Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back. I wanted to do a video on my favorite wrestlers, or some of my favorite wrestlers of 2023. I thought these figures that I'm going to show you, I thought they stood out. I mean, there's some other ones that I didn't get yet or wasn't able to locate, or I didn't order them. Um, but what you see here in the front of you is a set that was exclusive to Ringside Collectibles. And I thought they were done really well. The Bloodline, you have a main event Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. The Usos, of course, we all know that main event Jey is not part of the Bloodline anymore. But nonetheless, these figures look really good. I was impressed when I got them in hand. Um, just the overall look to them. The tattoos are all spot on. The face sculpts, for the most part, they look good. I thought maybe that Jey, they could have did a better job with Jey, but nonetheless, they both look pretty sweet still. You see, like they have the black pants with the red sneakers, and then they have some. They have more accessories. I'm not gonna pull out all the accessories. They have the gold chains underneath the other. I forget what you call them. The lays, I guess you call them, or something like that. And Jimmy, of course, he comes with the cap. Jey didn't come with a cap, but these figures are pretty sweet. I like them. So this is the Usos. Let's see what's next. Okay, so here we have Ravishing Rick Rude. Another great figure with the soft goods, the robe. He looks awesome. He's like he's definitely a throwback to the Rick Rude we knew in the 80s from WWF. And this was a Coliseum series, and this was also an exclusive. This one was from Mattel Creations. He came in the 2-pack with Jake the Snake Roberts, and I'm glad I got this set because both figures are done really well. The likeness is there. They look awesome. I mean, this is just one of the head sculpts. He comes with, I think, 2 or 3. I think it's 2 more head sculpts, maybe 3. I don't remember. I have them put away right now, like in the boxes and stuff. But this is probably my favorite head sculpt. If you remember, he did like the little kissy face and swivel of the hips while he was, making those pelvic motions. Very good, underrated, I would say, villain, I guess you could say, back in the 80s. Why this guy was never World Wrestling Federation champion, I don't know. It would have been cool to see him as champ, but I mean, there was so much competition back then. They had, I mean, mid-level, Carters were like, they could be main event pretty much. But this is a very good figure and very good wrestler. And let's move on to the next. Here we got Greg the Hammer Valentine. This wasn't his original look. If you remember his original look, he had blonde hair. This was, I want to say, probably towards the end of his WWF run. I don't think that he had anything else to do pretty much with his first, his original gimmick, Greg the Hammer Valentine. He ended up going in the tag team with the Honky Tonk Man, and they were known as Rhythm and Blues. And I just thought Mattel did a really good job on this sculpt as well. He looks just like the Hammer. He's like pretty stocky up on top. Um, Comes with a nice guitar. The guitar does come apart. You could break it on the other guy's head or whatever. Nice touch. Hopefully, we get a guitar that won't come apart. That'd be cool, also. But I really like this figure too. I missed out on the Legends hammer. I'm probably gonna get him later on. But this figure looks really good. The jacket, all the designs on the jacket. You see the music notes. You see rhythm and blues on the back of his trunks. You see the hammer with the heart on his boots. Very, very nice figure. I mean, this is from Mattel Elite Legends series. So good job on Greg the Hammer Valentine. And the glasses look nice too. So on to the next. We got Bret the Hitman Hart, one of my favorite wrestlers all time. Another nice sculpt and nice figure by Mattel. He looks really nice. The boots, the laces going up, that star on the boots, classic look for that. Stars going all the way up on the side of the legs. Nice jacket. He also comes with a lot of different accessories. You can remove the jacket and give him his ring gear up top. And his glasses are removable. I'm not going to remove them. I'm not going to take a lot of time, um, you know, showing all the accessories or anything. I just want to show you like some of the wrestlers that I collected this year that I thought were pretty badass. And this figure, he's pretty badass. I seen the new one that they released. He has, I believe it's a black jacket, and his sunglasses on that figure are really nice. They look like a silver color, like Bret the Hitman Hart. He's pretty badass. I like this figure a lot. I know on Hitman they kind of have like this ongoing thing where they cannot knock his face sculpt out of the park for whatever reason. I don't know like what the deal is. Like go look at some old like footage Mattel and like get his face scan like right. And I'm not too crazy about the hair in his face. Like if they give us like multiple heads, like maybe one with hair in the face and then the other ones with the correct looking face and but hair out of his face, that would be cool. But yeah, this is Bret the Hitman Hart, Intercontinental Champ, Tag Team Champ, World Champ, a Hall of Famer. He's just he's truly a legend, as all these guys are. But like I said, Hitman's one of my favorites. Okay, next. Okay, guys, here we got the former greatest of all time Intercontinental Champ, the Honky Tonk Man. He was the former greatest of all time. Now we have Gunther. He broke Honky Tonk Man's record for longest run with the IC belt. So I mean, it's kind of cool, but it kind of sucks too because Honky had that record for a long time. He does come with his track suit, whatever you want to call it, his Elvis suit. I did take it off. I'm not about to put it back on. It takes a while. Um, but this figure is I think it's a re-release of, I don't remember if it was a Legends figure that they released before or a Elite collection figure. But I got Hammer later, so I had to get Honky, of course, right? So this Honky Tonk Man, he looks great. I mean, you see the Memphis on the back, the guitars on the side of his thighs. He got some music notes. He also has the guitar that breaks and everything. You see the crazy sideburns. The likeness is there. Really good figure. I mean, Mattel is really impressing me lately with a lot of their figures that I guess it's the face scans that they're the FX. They're doing a really good job with these wrestlers, like getting them to look like the actual real life, like the wrestlers. So this is the Honky Tonk Man, and I don't know if the other one had double jointed elbows, but this one does. And of course, he has the double jointed knees. But yeah, that's the Honky Tonk Man. Here we go with Jake the Snake Roberts with Damien. Another very nice figure. I dig this figure a lot. He's badass. The snake wraps around him like badass. I mean, Damien, another 80s classic wrestler. Jake the Snake Roberts with the boots look all like snake skin. You see the snake on his tights. They did a really good figure. He was also part of the Coliseum collection. He came in a 2-pack with Ravishing Rick Rude, multiple hands, multiple head sculpts. Uh, I love this Jake the Snake. I think they knocked it out of the park with this figure as well. He sets pretty tall. I mean, you line him up with some of the other wrestlers. I like the way like they're giving us the. I don't know if they're like true to scale, but they look like they're trying to keep it that way. Like Jake the Snake was pretty tall, so I put him up against like say Greg the Hammer, and Greg the Hammer of course is shorter. But this guy, he looks awesome, man. He has the curly hair up on top, the mustache, just he's just a badass figure. I really enjoy this figure. He's pretty cool. Okay, on to the next. Here is the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. He is a ultimate figure, and this figure is awesome. Like I got so happy that they finally made like the Andre the Giant that looks this badass. I mean, he has the butterfly shoulders, the head sculpt's dead on. He comes with multiple head sculpts as well. Very tall figure, big figure, multiple hands. What else? I'm just glad they made this Andre the Giant because I mean he's a classic wrestler. I mean, like I'm like a 80s wrestler. Don't get me wrong, I like some of like the newer wrestlers. Not too many of them. I'm more like a WWF old school classic, When I was a little kid, I used to watch it a lot and was into all the characters and this is a badass figure to add to your collection. Like very nicely sculpted. Um, what else was I gonna say? Um, his face, I want to say he comes with two more head sculpts, I believe. I have the box in my closet somewhere, but I'm not about to dig that out. But this is the eighth wonder of the world. He gave Hogan his he gave Hogan his kickstart, his jump start to get going. Andre the Giant, one of the quiet superstars that was larger than life. On to the next. Here we go. Another great Intercontinental Champion here, Mr. Perfect. And this guy, he's another figure. He looks badass. I mean, I love these WWE, WWF legends that we're getting. The face on this guy, it looks awesome, man. It looks just like him. The hair, the Mr. P on his boots looks freaking sweet. I mean, the upper part of his gear is like a rubberish type of material, which I like that. I thought it was pretty cool. Um, he looks really he's neat, man. He looks badass. And all these figures that I'm showing you, it's not like any particular order that I'm putting them in. I'm not gonna do like, oh, this is number 10, 9, 8, or whatever. Like I'm just showing you like the wrestlers that I thought were pretty badass this year, and there is more that are badass. I just haven't got them yet, so I mean, I can't put them on the list, right? But Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, great Intercontinental Champion, great wrestler. Him and Bret the Hitman Hart tore down the house. I mean, classic matches. He had matches with Ric Flair, British Bulldog. I mean, whoever was in the 80s, I mean, he fought Hulk Hogan. Saturday night's main event. Pretty cool match to see. I wish this is another so-called bad guy like in wrestling, that villain that I wish he would have got the strap like the world title in WWF, WWE. But you know, Hulk Hogan held that position for many years, so he kind of didn't let the other guys get a chance. But Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, pretty badass. Another classic wrestler, Rowdy Piper. This guy is badass too. Another freaking sweet ass figure. I mean, he looks just like him. I mean, he has all the details of, you know, his face are there. I mean, the screaming face, you know, um, he's rowdy, right? The kilt is nice with the hot rod, you know, shirt. I think it's all one piece. I don't think it comes separate. You got the belt on there too. The boots. You see the RP on there with the socks. That's like classic right there with the blue knee pads. Um, this guy is just straight out of the 80s rock and wrestling time. And this reminds me a lot of the LJN wrestlers when they first came out, when they had Rowdy Piper, Iron Sheik, all those classic guys. Uh, this guy though, man, he was definitely a character, man. Like, you know, he had his moments breaking the coconut on Jimmy Snuka, you know, destroying the flower shop. Robert Downey Jr. Don't blow any smoke in my face. Just like a lot of classic stuff, like all these guys. I mean, I just have like good memories of, you know, kind of disattaching from reality and just enjoying, you know, wrestling and the gimmicks and, you know, just the different, you know, storylines. And it was a good time, like in the 80s. Like there was a lot of really good wrestlers, really good storylines. Um, but that is Rowdy Piper. He is also from a Coliseum collection from Mattel Creations, and they did a fantastic job with this Rowdy Piper. Here we go, guys. This is the last one. This is the Undertaker, and this is a badass figure. This is my favorite Undertaker figure. He was an Amazon exclusive. He was in the Survivor Series 2 pack with the Gooker, whatever his name is. Um, Very nice. The coat comes off. Very nice, soft goods. The tie comes off. The hat comes off. Classic Undertaker with the gray gloves, the gray, what are those, like socks or something, leg warmers. This figure is definitely one of my favorites of the year. Undertaker, Phenom, you know, Dead Man, you know, he showed up Survivor Series. You know, nobody knew what to expect or who this guy was or where he came from. Or, I mean, I guess if you collected like wrestling books back in the day and stuff and looked at, you know, both promotions, which was NWA, WCW, you knew it was Mean Mark. I didn't know it was Mean Mark at the time. I didn't even know who it was when I seen him, but definitely a imposing person figure. It's sweet looking, man. I love this figure. It's like so badass. I All the figures I showed you, they're all badass. I can't like say, you know, like number them. Like I said, I just enjoy all of them. I like posing them. You can't play with them, obviously, right? I don't know if some people can. I can't play with toys anymore. I can just pose them and look at them, and that's about it. That's as far as I go. It's still fun posing them and taking pictures of them and stuff in the wrestling ring that I got. I think it was, I don't know if it was a couple of years ago, but yeah, this is the Undertaker. Let me show you his face up close. That looks freaking awesome. That's badass. So that's the Undertaker. That's my last figure that I wanted to show everybody, show you guys. Um, I am going to be doing some more videos on, probably, I'm thinking of some other toy lines. I just have like so many figures that I collect. It was just hard to put like everything on one video. So I just say, what, I'm going to do wrestlers and go from there. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope everybody had a safe and happy new year, and happy new year to everybody, by the way. But I have more things coming, more figures. I mean, I need to get rid of some, actually. I'm getting kind of running out of room. But that's going to do it for the video. Thanks for watching. Hit a like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.